I had a few good sessions spearfishing for bass and pollock, and I thought I'd make a video about it. So enjoy the video, give it a like and subscribe, it really helps the channel grow. So, for the past week, the wind hasn't been great, and as you can see in the clip, the waves are kind of big, which meant the viz wasn't great either. But still, I went out for a session. The water is all stirred up and it is quite hard to look for fish, so I looked in a few more sheltered areas and stumbled across a nice pollock. After that nice stone shot, while I was leading the fish, I didn't realize how big the waves actually were and got a surprise from behind. I tried looking for some bass, but all I could find were these small ones that were just hunting sand eels in the current. This day, all I shot was one pollock and I didn't catch anything else as the waves picked up even more. I thought the water visibility was going to be alright this time, and I found myself a nice brown crab before shooting any fish. I found this area with very strong current, with loads of sand eel below the surface. At some point you can't even see through them, and of course there had to be bass. The current was so strong I was swimming in one place, so I had to do a few drift dives, as the current was going in a circular motion, which meant I was going to come back around to the same place. If you got out of the current and done a dive, there was nothing, no sand eels, which meant there was no fish around. You only had around 20 seconds to shoot a fish before they pass, as they all disappeared after the time limit. For example, with this pollock. I shot another bass at around 50 centimeters, and the shot placement was a bit odd. Before I can find some fish at the next spot, I found a lot of lures and feathers with weights. I could only imagine how much I would find if I tried looking for them, but I'm not here for that. I tried looking under some ledges for some fish, but only saw a lone bass and scared other fish with my bad positioning. I went more deeper to look for some bigger fish and found the pollock, but of course my safety has to be on. But because I was only down here for 20 seconds, I stayed to see if anything else would come around. And of course, the pollock couldn't resist some of my beautiful grunts. And again, can't have the session without more weights. These dives weren't fishy, and I find the more bigger pollock are in areas where there is less current, as I think they're kind of a lazy fish like the brown trout. They only look for food in the easiest way possible. You can see how slow it is moving, and sometimes I see them sitting in only one spot. Although it isn't a huge pollock, I still think what works best for me is to look in more sheltered gullies for the big ones. These few spots I found a while back that hold big mullet and bass. I checked them out, but unfortunately I hit one of the rocks and scared the bass out of its calm state. If you go back, you can see the bass tail behind the rock. I scare off a big mullet with again my bad positioning, and I also missed my shot. It then kept circling around me like nothing happened, but when I loaded my spear gun, it was gone. I then looked for some pollock again. I didn't shoot this one as I thought I'd find something bigger, which I eventually did. When I finished my diving, I found this small shoal of tiny mullet swimming in the shallows. I've never seen mullet this size before. I started my last session of the week with this lovely sunrise, but the viz at the first spot was absolutely terrible. But I managed to shoot a Rockling which was 40 centimeters. I done some aguato style hunting by looking in caves and under ledges for some fish. I eventually go to this large pinnacle where I felt there was going to be a big pollock, as it was going to be a good hideout for them from the waves. When I got to the fish, it was feeding on small crabs, shrimp and big worms. At the end of this dive, I found a spider crab but decided not to take it as I didn't have anywhere to put it. As I was swimming around the headlands, I found a sheltered area where there was no wind and the water visibility was pretty good. These next few dives were very fishy and decided to take one of the bass. As usual, I quickly dispatched the fish and went down for another dive. Most fish were already spooked, but this one pollock came right up to me as if it was asking to be shot, so I couldn't resist. And again, if you liked the video, drop a comment and subscribe to the channel, it really helps me out. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching.